So
Yeah, you asked about like why it's important, and we actually turned 40 last year, so it's a very important space for the community, and people really fought for this like 40 years ago, to have a space where there's like nature, animals, plants, but also like some free spaces for children that grow up in a like urban surroundings. And I think it has a very important meaning to many people, because it creates some sort of like safe space as well.
okay.
And also you get to meet animals in the middle of the city. I think the connection to the animals is very important. But also, we try to keep it as green as possible, and grass and all these things. I think parks are just as important as we are. We're part of the Görlitzer Park. And for children it's important, because it's not just like looking at the animals, they actually get to work with them, see how we clean them. They help us to take care of the stables, to feed them, all those things. We take walks with the donkeys through the park with the ponies.
Aww.
Things like that, so they get a really strong connection to animals, and I think that's very rare.
Yeah, it is.
If you live in Berlin.
It also teaches children, I think, empathy.
Absolutely, yes.
My dog had puppies a few years back, and my son was very young at the time. He was 7, and he got to witness the birth of the puppies, and from that point forward he was just enthralled in animals. And I think it's just showing them how life happens not only with humans but also with animals as well.
Absolutely. They really, when there's for example, when there's someone sick like an animal, they really care about it. They're really worried, or sometimes of course animals also die.
Yes.
And it's very important to be honest then with the children, and to communicate, like talk about it, and not have like a big taboo, but let them know what that means, and ask them how they feel. Yeah, it's like life.
Life happens.
Yeah.
What does sustainability mean to you personally? And then for you personally, and then for this garden as well, this community park, how does sustainability?
Yeah, I mean, as a person, I think it's very important, but there's also a certain limit to how sustainable you can live when you're in the city. I try to use a bike, or I try to buy organic vegetables from like solidarity community. I don't know, solidarische Landwirtschaft.
Like a co-op?
Yes, but it's not that easy, because you depend on certain structures in the society as well. And also here it's important to us, especially to connect the children with that topic.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's not that easy. For example, right now we are trying to figure out if there's a way that we can use renewable energy for us here as well, because we need electricity and we need like gas to have hot water. And we try to figure out if it's possible to have like solar on the roofs, things like that. But it's actually not that easy to find help as well, and to find someone who can help you to figure it out. But that's something we really want to do in the future.
Do you have so in the States, if we did something like this in a public park, the permits and funding and things like that would probably come from the local government. How are you guys funded?
I think it's probably the same. We're also funded from the government, but only partly. We also live from like donations.
Okay.
And we have another
I saw
corporation that helps us.
I saw that on the website.
Yeah,
I saw that on the website.
Otherwise, we couldn't have like the employees we have.
Okay.
But I don't even know how it would work if we decide we want to have like solar. And I would try to look for fundings. I don't know how it is with the permits actually. So we're at the very start of that. But we try to do little steps, like what you said. We grow our own vegetables, but more for the children, to show them. We try to eat our own things and herbs, and use the waste from the animals
to fertilize.
Yes. So that's what we try.
So do you grow your own food for the animals, or do you have to buy out?
Yes, we have to buy hay. And
is there a veterinarian that you guys keep on staff, a animal doctor?
No, not on staff. We have several ones that we cooperate with, so it's always the same people. They know the animals, but none of us is like a veterinarian.
Okay. So do you also teach the children how to, like, I'm guessing this is the garden right here. Do you teach the kids, like, okay, this is how we plant and this is how we start seeds? And do you have classes for this?
No, but the children, we're like, I don't know the English word, offene Kinder- und Jugendarbeit. That means the group we work with is between 6 and 15 years old.
Okay.
And they usually come after school or on the weekends.
Okay, nice.
And they come whenever they want to. They don't have to sign up. It's very important that it's voluntarily.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then we work with them. Like, they have their own little fields in the garden. Some of them are really interested in it. Some of them aren't.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone can do what they want to do. But then also it's important to cook together. That's something most children enjoy, and eat together. And
yes.
like have a community aspect in it as well.
That's so interesting, and that's free for the kids to be able to come. The 6 to 5. That's great.
Absolutely,
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now your building. Is this all reclaimed wood? Did you guys use things from, like I see these slats here look like regular wood logs.
They're actually from the forest, but I don't know about like the house and stuff. That was before I started. It was built in a cooperation with a school. They do, like, I don't know the word for it, lehm, like the brown stuff, clay maybe.
Oh,
Is
okay.
It clay?
I understand what you mean, but I don't know the word for it even in English right now.
So I think that's actually quite sustainable. But and of course try to have like as much wood as possible. It's quite. Yeah, I think it was built 20 years ago. I'm not sure. Yeah.
And the water that you use to feed or to water the animals, to grow the gardens, are you guys collecting rainwater, or are you using city water? Both. Okay.
For example, we have the pond for the ducks, and we have to turn that around like 4 times a year because it gets quite smelly, and there's no entrance. And then we use that water to water all the gardens when we get rid of it. And we have like a few of those rain catchers.
I'm sorry, not just the community that is a part of the garden, but also the surrounding community that maybe doesn't even come here, that doesn't even know about it. I don't know how it is in Germany. Do you guys pay taxes? Do the taxes that the people pay goes to the community, and then the community disperses some money to you guys to help pay to keep this going then?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I think it's taxes as well.
Okay. Yeah, I was just, I was wondering because in the United States, if somebody wanted to do something like this, the first thing that they would probably have to do would be get permission to find the land, first of all.
Yeah.
So did the community of Berlin donate this land to the park for you, for the children's park? Or did the community, the park itself, the kids park, did they have to purchase the land?
It's actually it still belongs to the community.
Oh, okay.
We're just we're like Pächter, so we're not. How do you say?
Are you renting?
We're tenants. Yes,
renting.
I guess that's the word for it. Yeah.
So your landlord is the city of Berlin.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how it works. So it's probably under like a Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's very awesome that this is here and that you guys are teaching the next generation. I really appreciate you taking time, Hannah, and showing me all of this. This has been a wonderful experience.